Today I'm going to go over 52 facts about Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. In order to do so, I'm going to go over them in 4 different parts. One of the show's best characters is Sheriff Bronson Stone. He is voiced by veteran voice actor Patrick Warburton, known for many different roles. These include Joe from Family Guy, Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove, Brock Sampson from The Venture Brothers, and that douche from the B-Movie.
You kids never quit. And let me guess, you want to know if my refrigerator is running? Well, I'm no idiot. My refrigerator is right here. That'll teach him.
Fred is voiced by Frank Welker, who has been playing him since the original 1969 series. Now that's dedication. He began regularly voicing Scooby-Doo in 2002. In the show, he also plays Daphne's dad, Barty Blake, who he is uncredited for. Udo Kier, who is mostly known in Germany, voices Professor Pericles, and in my opinion does such an amazing job. He starred in Andy Warhol's Frankenstein, played Ditano in Blade, performed as Yuri in Command & Conquer Red Alert 2, and voiced the Vampire in Major Lazer. Vivica A. Fox voices Angel Dynamite, who is also known as Cassidy Williams. She plays characters in a bunch of hit movies, mainly Independence Day. Also, she won as herself in Cool Cat Saves the Kids, which is by far her best career choice. Louis Black voices Mr. E, who is also known as Ricky Owens. He's a stand-up comedian who has too many roles to his name to list. His most known would have to be Anger in Pixar's Inside Out. Disc jockey Casey Kasem played as Shaggy in various different Scooby-Doo series, starting with the original 1969 show. He performed as him again from 2002 to 2009, with his last role being in Scooby-Doo and the Samurai Sword. He retired from voice acting after that, yet went uncredited as Shaggy's dad, Colton Rogers, in Mystery Incorporated. Linda Cardellini played Velma in the live-action movies, yet voiced Hot Dog Water, aka Marcy Fleech in Mystery Incorporated. She also voiced Wendy in Gravity Falls and CJ in Regular Show. Matthew Lillard voices Shaggy. You may also know that he played him in the live-action movies and started voicing the character after Casey Kasem retired from the role. And honestly, I like Matthew's voice better. Greta Lyle voices Daphne. She has a really recognizable voice. Not only has she been playing Daphne since 2001, but also played Azula from Avatar, Mandy from Grim Adventures, Vicky from The Fairly OddParents, and many others. Mindy Kahn voices Velma. She's mostly done live-action work, but also voices various small characters. Harlan Ellison is a famous author who appeared as himself in the show. His look is based off of how he was in the 1970s, as he was in his late 70s at the time of this show. James Arnold Taylor voices multiple smaller characters in the show. These include Benson Furman, aka Scare Bear, Rung Latterton, and George Avocados.
That's Avocados, you delinquent.
Nobody cares, loser. You may also know him for playing Obi-Wan Kenobi in Clone Wars and Johnny Test himself. Joy.
Okay, we want answers. Why did you resist a police officer?
Why are you police officers?
I blew up Malaysia.
Mark Hamill plays Crybaby Clown. Not only does he play Luke Skywalker, but he also performs the voices of Ozai from Avatar, Skips from Regular Show, Deacon from Scooby-Doo Camp Scare, and Sticky Beard from Kids Next Door, along with both of Colin Slater's scam movies. Best of all is the Joker from various Batman shows, so it makes sense to have Mark play another evil clown.
Wah. So tragic. Oh well, I offered. Time's up, Crystal Cove.
Multiple episodes in Season 2 reference the show Twin Peaks, especially the episode Nightmare in Red. It features the familiar couch room with red curtains and the voice of Michael J. Anderson. He plays both Horatio Caron in Mystery Incorporated and the Man from Another Place. The episode Howl of the Fright Hound is a big parody of the first Terminator film. In the end, the gang is hunted down by the robot hound and escapes from it in a factory, while it gets crushed. The theming of the episode, Night Terrors, is similar to Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, especially since they both take place in a haunted hotel. The early 2010s were filled with parodies of the Twilight films. The biggest in the show is in the form of Baylor Hotner, an obvious parody of Taylor Lautner. In the show, he plays the Were-Turtle for the Dusk movies. Another Twilight nod is in the episode Pawn of Justice, where they introduce the Dusk series and use this vampire twink cut out for a trap. Probably the most obvious reference in the show is of H.P. Hatecraft, a name change for famous author H.P. Lovecraft. He wrote The Call of Cthulhu, which inspired the look for Chargar Gothican. Many elements in the episode A Haunting Crystal Cove were inspired by the 1980s film Poltergeist, especially the scene where they contact spirits on Mayor Jones' ermine bed. The episode Web of the Dreamweaver combines elements from both A Nightmare on Elm Street and Labyrinth, the latter of which has a villain named Jareth who looks and sounds just like the Dreamweaver. Sadly, David Bowie himself does not voice him in the show. That would have been pretty cool. Art of Darkness features characters similar in name and looks to Andy Warhol and the band The Velvet Underground. Both Saw and the episode Escape from Mystery Manor have the characters trying to escape from traps set by a mysterious mastermind. Gates of Gloom and the movie Tremors both feature a massive underground creature that drags its victims down below with them. The entire episode, Mystery Solvers Club State Finals, references a ton of old Hanna-Barbera characters like Jabberjaw, Speed Buggy, Captain Caveman, and the Funky Phantom. They team up in this episode that has a strange change in art style. It's a fan favorite episode that cleverly uses these outdated characters. The final 2 episodes use the original running style for the main characters, along with other references to the original 1969 series. So this isn't a fact, but I felt like doing a midway segment where I show you 1 second from every single Mystery Incorporated episode. I haven't seen this done yet, and this is a fun idea. And this is also pretty much a mess, so enjoy.
Plant farts.
Screaming pandas!
He's been digging like that. Are you gobbling it?
I'm in my pants! I welcome you!
Artificial intelligence.
Oh no. Happy tapioca.
Landfill waste. It's me, don't you know?
I'm in a closet!
Never. Feel another tinkle.
Friday night.
My ermine! To slap the cuss on Nitro.
It has no pockets.
Oh my. What's that, Mr. Trapples? Man brooch.
Buckethead Brenda.
Don't judge me.
What's left of
Eat all my loud jam.
I'd been repeatedly pro sombrero out of bacon.
Listening like a man.
Ouch! What?
It's over. Like danger.
Mayor Dad?
The show was developed by Mitch Watson, Spike Brandt, and Tony Cervone, and directed by Victor Cook and Kurt Guetta. The show ended up using Babylonian mythology a lot in the second season, especially in the series finale, not only with the Anunnaki, but with the entity himself. The episode, Wrath of Krampus, has a moment in which Velma describes Nibiru. What's funny about this is that her online encyclopedia description of the events is just a few sentences from a Wikipedia page. Good job, writers. The series had a tie-in game called Crystal Cove Online, which would release new parts after every episode. You play as Shaggy and Scooby while collecting snacks and solving the episode's mystery. To solve it, you must track down the episode's villain and defeat them in a boss battle. This is only with Season 1, as I never did it with Season 2, so the final episode you play through the All Fear the Freak part. Then you do the bonus mystery in which you fight previous bosses in different areas. In the game, the character Mr. Deederty from Where the Cicadas Call is black instead of white like in the show. Don't know why this is the case, but maybe he was originally black in the show and they changed it last minute, yet the game still had him as that. Also, Night Fright is portrayed as red in the game, where in the episode he is gray, but with this change I like how the show did it better. The red just makes him look like Satan. Lewis Black couldn't record his lines for the episode Scare Bear, so instead he was replaced by Jeff Bennett. He apparently played smaller characters in the show, but got to play Mr. E as a one-time deal. It was confirmed that in Season 1, the characters were 16 turning 17, and in Season 2, they were 17 turning 18, so we can infer that they are high school juniors in Season 1 and seniors in Season 2. Some notices the intro changed for the 3rd and 4th episode of Season 2. This is because Daphne left the cast and was replaced by Hot Dog Water for a time. This ended after the second time the intro was used. The show has a total of 52 episodes between its 2 seasons, making it the longest Scooby-Doo series. Now it's timed with that weird reboot that came after it though. The town was changed from Coolsville to Crystal Cove. Coolsville was a town seen in the live-action movies, but the name reeks of the 2000s. Crystal Cove also deals with the show's story due to the conquistadors. Hot Dog Water is only referred to by her real name, Marcy Fleech, by her father, and Velma. She's only referred to as Hot Dog Water because she smells similar to it, and I guess she showers in it or something. Velma and Marcy were hinted to be in a couple after the show finished. This is confirmed by some co-runners. You kinda get a hint of it in the series finale.
What's the many worlds interpretation of quantum physics have to do with it?
Everything! I gotta tell the gang.
That's my girl.
In the episode Dead Justice, it is revealed, for a gag, that Sheriff is Stone's real name. Bronson is just his middle name. Yet in Season 2, Mayor Nettles always calls him Bronson. Don't know why she referred to him by his middle name unless it is his real first name. In some ways, this show has quite a few similarities to the Disney show Gravity Falls. Now, I'm not saying that one is a ripoff of the other, but they have quite a few things in common. First is that both shows are set in a small town filled with mysteries. It stars a main cast of 5, one being our main lead, most determined to solve the overarching mystery, another is his female companion, one is a sarcastic chick, and the other 2 are lovable idiots. Each episode has some sort of mystery to be solved, along with clues at the end to an even bigger mystery. Both shows have a main mystery that involves collecting stuff, either being disc pieces or journals. These are sought out by both the villains and the heroes. The main villains are both non-human evil geniuses who want to bring hell to the show's town. And this does happen in the 3-part finale where the heroes must fight back and reverse this, which seems to only affect the town. Both shows have bumbling cop characters that make good comic relief. There's a short, crazy, old bearded man that is heavily related to the mystery. The mayor gets replaced sometime during the show. Both shows lasted 2 seasons, which each had a total of around 20 episodes, and their respective networks stretched out the show between 4 years for it to last longer.